Hey, what's going on, everybody? I want to welcome you to the Lil J Show. I am Lil J. Hey, I hope everybody's having a wonderful and blessed day. I hope it is absolutely amazing. Hope it's going amazing for you guys. Uh, had a sad day, sad situation. Friday, October 31st, Halloween. Not too close from, not too far from my home. Lady ends up losing her life over domestic violence. It's something that I just never can understand. When it's over, it's over. You can't force nobody to be with you. When they say they done, they done. So I don't understand why you want to take a person's life because they want to move on with theirs. You know, best thing for the best advice is just move on. You know, if they don't want you, somebody may want you. I don't understand it. You know, uh, all I can just boil down. I mean, I say a lot of mental health stuff, but for you to just unalive this woman in broad daylight at her job, something is wrong with this. With what was wrong with this guy? Something was really wrong with him. But we're gonna go through what we have so far from the news, and chop it up on the other side. Let's just watch these videos. I want to say rest in peace to this young lady, Elijah Whitley, if I'm saying her name correctly. But I mean, this is very sad. I don't understand it, man. When it's time, when it's over, it's over. Just let it go. Why do you have to resort to this? This lady had, she had some loving and caring family, people that really cared and adored this woman, and you just took her away from her family. I don't know if she had children or not, but he just took her away from her family. Very beautiful lady. So let's watch these videos and from the news, and we'll chop it up on the other side.
Tonight, police are seeking tips on the person who shot and killed a woman at a busy shopping center in Gwinnett County this afternoon. Atlanta News First anchor Victor Williams is live from the Gwinnett County Police Department tonight. And Victor, this caught a lot of shoppers by surprise.
It certainly did, Carly, and really in the meantime right now, Gwinnett County officers are trying to get to the bottom of this, trying to find the person that is responsible. We know that it was a very sad situation that played out either way that resulted in a life being taken away.
In a way, it's kind of surreal because, I mean, I've always seen crime shows and crime movies.
But what happened 3 p.m. Friday at the shopping center plaza is very real. Police say it was a domestic situation that turned deadly, leaving one woman dead in the parking lot from a gunshot wound right outside of BioLife Plasma Service.
We begin tonight with breaking news out of Augusta, where sheriff's deputies in Columbia County have confirmed to our NBC affiliate there, WAGT, that the suspect in a shooting in Duluth has died. Around 7 p.m., deputies say they performed a pit maneuver on the suspect, who then committed suicide and crashed into a ditch. That crash causing a major backup on I-20 near Jimmy Dias Parkway in Augusta. Police have blocked off traffic there since the incident. Police in Gwinnett County say that suspect opened fire in a busy Duluth parking lot, killing a woman inside of her car in what police say may have been a domestic situation. The shooting happened around 3 p.m. at the promenade at Pleasant Hill on Pleasant Hill Road. Our Cody Alcorn is live for us this evening in Duluth, outside of the business where that woman worked. Cody, a lot has happened in this case tonight. What do we know so far?
Well, Jennifer, what we know for sure is that this victim walked out of the BioLife Plasma Services here behind me this afternoon around 3 o'clock. And minutes after that, she was gunned down inside her car a few hundred feet away. Shots rang out Friday afternoon in the promenade at Pleasant Hill Shopping Center in Duluth.
At approximately 3 p.m., officers were dispatched to 1625 Pleasant Hill Road in reference to a female who had been shot.
The victim found in the driver's seat of this white Kia.
And at this time, it appears to be a domestic-related incident.
Meaning the shooter likely knew the victim, who I'm told worked inside BioLife Plasma Services. Hiroki Harris was inside for an appointment.
And right about when I was getting hooked up to the bed was when, I guess you could say, all chaos happened. BioLife made the announcement of, hey, we're done for the day.
He found his car inside the crime scene. I'm told the victim had just gotten off work, was planning to take a coworker home when someone pulled up, opened the door, and shot her.
Just to think that literally 2 spaces over from where I parked is the scene of a crime.
BioLife closed for the day as coworkers process and grieve the violence that happened just feet from their front door.
This is a crazy, senseless situation. You know, people work here. You shouldn't have to worry about if I leave work or if I go here, am I going to make it back? Nothing in the world is that deep to where someone has to lose their life over it.
And she was just in her week at work.
Pretty much, yeah, just leaving work, going home, probably going home to family, and now she's lost her life.
Jennifer, heartbreaking here because it does appear now 2 young people lost their lives. The Gwinnett County Police Department has not identified the suspect nor the victim, but we do know that the alleged suspect here did post on social media throughout the day indicating this was going to happen, and this all stemmed from a relationship. Of course, we'll stay on top of this developing story. Live in Duluth, Cody Alcorn, 11 Alive News.
Yeah, Cody, a really upsetting story tonight, but thank you so much for connecting the dots and putting it all together for us this evening. And in just the last 2 hours here, we received a statement from BioLife, the company where the young woman worked. They said, in part, we are deeply saddened by the tragic loss of life and extend our heartfelt condolences to the family, friends, and loved ones who have been affected. The center is currently closed and will remain closed until further notice. We begin to.
That's terrible, y'all. You know, I'm going to try to see if I can find any more information on this situation, who this guy was, who she was dating. I'm pretty sure there are things on social media about this situation, but y'all stay tuned. Rest in peace to ELAIJIA Whitley. Rest in peace and love and condolences to her family. I'm sorry. I'm sorry y'all had to go through this. I'm sorry her life was taken over some nonsense.
Gwinnett County family is bringing attention to domestic violence tonight after their young loved one was gunned down in a Duluth parking lot. Atlanta News First Alani Latang spoke with several family members. And Alani, it's such a difficult time for this family, but they still shared a message with you tonight.
Yeah, their message is to not handle this on your own. Let someone know that you're dealing with this. And they say their pain is worth repeating that message to hopefully save anyone else's family member from going through this.
ELAIJIA, it's so many beautiful things that you can say about her.
ELAIJIA's always resonated light. And the light that she was resonating, it came from her heart.
21-year-old ELAIJIA Whitley family says had been rising in life.
She was always laughing and smiling and just being silly and enjoying really love life and the people around her, friends and family and co-workers.
Unfortunately, the person that took her life didn't see that. He didn't see the beauty in her. He didn't see the love that her family surrounded her with. If he did, he was jealous of that.
Police say ELAIJIA died in a domestic violence shooting on Halloween. Police found her dead in a car at a Duluth shopping center.
I feel like a part of me is missing right now. So I thought she would be here forever.
ELAIJIA's family is filled with emotion for a loss so great.
Like an auntie to me. She loves me and she cares for me.
It's a hard news to, process, especially someone who was just starting their life off as a young adult.
ELAIJIA's family said she had 2 jobs, a phlebotomy certificate, plus had been going to school to become a surgery tech. Family says they knew she had been in a tough relationship.
See, that's the thing. I'm pretty sure she was getting to that level where she was getting to where she was trying to level up, and the idiot she was dealing with was probably doing the same shit she got tired of, probably sitting around not wanting to work, smoking, living off her, driving her car, stuff like that. She probably got tired of it. She wanted to level up, and he couldn't take it. That's terrible, man. So if your lady is giving you signs that she's level up, she's doing something, why don't you try to level up with her? Why would you go to this extent of trying to take her life? You know what I mean? Look at the people she left behind. Little girl is a little kid is crying. I don't know if that was a girl or boy, but kid was crying. This is terrible. Nobody thinks about the other people that gets hurt when things like this happen. And it's just sad, man. This is really sad.
They said she'd even taken out protective orders against her partner.
We were aware of it. We tried to address it as much as we could. However, if a person has something in their mind that they're going to do something terrible to somebody, they're going to do it.
ELAIJIA's family says her death is a message for others going through domestic violence to speak up.
Let your family members know, let your friends know, let your coworkers know. Make everybody aware of it around you so you can get help.
And we know that ELAIJIA worked here at BioLife in Duluth. They've already started a vigil there for her with flowers. Now, they also tell us in a statement that they're saddened to hear the news and that this clinic will be closed until Tuesday. Reporting live in Duluth, I'm Alani Latang.
I passed that clinic. Just matter of fact, I just passed it like an hour ago. This is like not too far from where I live. I hate this. I hate even hearing things about this. And the dude that did this is just that's a cowardly move. That is such cowardly stuff, man, that you would do that. You would actually pull your gun and take a life, especially one that you say that you loved and care about. I'm pretty sure y'all was probably in a relationship for a while. She just got tired of your mess. She got tired of you probably being violent towards her, probably talking down on her. She probably got tired of you not wanting to work. It was something she was trying to get away from. I know for sure it's probably the violence. Pretty sure it was the violence, because if he wasn't violent, it wouldn't even went this far. But I believe they ended up catching this guy. So let's check this out. I want to say rest in peace to this young lady right here. So this guy that did this thing that unalived her, he ended up unaliving himself in Augusta, which is probably about 60 to 80 miles from Atlanta, maybe a little further. I'm not sure. I really don't too much travel that way. But this is a sad situation, y'all. Especially, this young lady here was like, she had looked like she was doing good for herself. She worked for a blood donation center, and I believe they said she had another job. And maybe this guy that she was dealing with, he was really, being, I don't know, abusive mentally, verbally, whatever the case may be. But she was trying to get away from it, and he just couldn't take it. You know, it's crazy that when people start bettering themselves, it's people that try to grab you and pull you back down to their level. And she wasn't having it. She was done with this guy, and he just couldn't take it. And it's a shame. I hate this. I hate to see this. This young lady, beautiful young lady. You know what I'm saying? She looked like she was succeeding, and she was probably doing a lot better without him. You know, it may have hurt her a little bit because maybe she did love him, but seemed like she was moving on and doing a lot better without him, and he couldn't take it. It's terrible. If you know somebody that's dealing with something like this, try to stay in their life. Try to help them out without putting yourself in danger. You know what I mean? Because it's always the oh well, he or she, they gonna end up breaking up and they're gonna get back together, so I ain't gonna worry about it. But that last time could be the last time, and that you need to try to just stay involved in that person's life and make sure that they're okay, and they're you trying to get them out of keep them away from those dangerous situations like this. But we all got so much stuff going on in our lives. It's hard to like check on people and make sure they're good and worry about their situation, as well as yours. But if you know somebody that's going through this, or even if you going through it, You know, there are people out there that will help you, that will keep you safe, that will help you out. So you won't. This type of stuff will not happen, y'all. This is very sad, and I just want to say rest in peace to her and love and condolences to her family. And I'm glad that her family is bringing attention to domestic violence. If you know, we need more people like her family to do that, to push this situation. You know, I just did a video not too long ago about the NFL player. You know, he analyzed himself the suicide. I mean, it's just so much. You know, we are actually losing a lot of our brothers and sisters to just dumb, unnecessary stuff, man. Man, it's just becoming. It seems like it's becoming an everyday thing. I don't know, but you guys let me know what y'all think down in the comments, man. And you know, I believe they got uh the website or something to help this young lady. If you can find that, man, that would be great. Whatever you could do to help this family, you know. And if they are doing the domestic violence things, man, these rallies or whatever, man, that's great to attend those, man, because a lot of women, some men, they need help, you know. So you guys let me know what y'all think down in the comments. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll catch y'all on the next one.